Can you believe it has been 50 years since this major screw up happened at our class, in our class. This is the biggest oh my God moment that happened to me, I think, when I saw this book come out, and we had the Willys Jeep on the front of the alumni annual instead of the Wheatland Jeep. But we got them for like half price, I think, so it was a pretty good deal, and this book is now iconic. Probably worth a lot of money because it's a misprinted book and everybody's trying to get their hands on it. So anyway, this is Alan Powell. I just wanted to make this little short video here to let my classmates know how disappointed I am that I can't make it to this year's banquet. I got this little cancer thing going behind this eye, so they're going to take this eye out tomorrow, and I'm going to be in the hospital for probably a week. And so there's no way I'm going to be able to make the banquet. And I'm just so disappointed because I've been working on trying to get together with you guys for the last couple of months, getting a hold of everybody. And but that's the way it goes. I'll get through this, and I can't do anything about it, so that's the way it goes. Just wanted to welcome everybody. I'm glad the ones that came could make it, did come. Welcome you all to this year's deal. I know there's some of you came from a long distance, and I really appreciate you guys making an extra effort to be here for this one. There's two or three that the girls that I could never get a hold of. There's about, I think there's three of us that have passed. But the rest of you I know are going to try to be there, and I'm sure wish I could be there with you to see y'all, because I know there's a lot of catching up we could have done, but it'll come. Maybe next year. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 50 years since we've graduated. That's just unbelievable. It's been that long. I can remember going to the 25th year banquet, and they would introduce the 50-year class, and I've been thinking to myself, gosh, I hope I can be around for the 50-year class. And they seem old to me, but I still hope that I can be there for the 50-year class. And here, that seems like yesterday, and here it is already for us. So the time does fly by really fast. But anyway, welcome the ones that did come, and I'm sure glad you guys are able to get together. As far as myself, the last 50 years, how can I condense a little bit of my whole last 50 years into a little video here? I'll try. I went through pharmacy school up at Butler, got through there, then spent about 2 years in the Army. Was stationed in Philadelphia. It was not really like the real Army for me. It was like I was at a pharmacy job, so it was just like going to a regular job for me. Then when I got out of the Army, I went to work for Osco Drug. I guess it was Osco Drug Stores. Worked at different places. I actually Terre Haute, and was up at Lafayette for a little while. But then most of my time was spent here in Columbus, Indiana. They had a couple Osco stores here, so I ended up working about almost 40 years within the retail drug business, and it was quite an experience. So that's mainly what I did as far as my personal job life. I got 2 kids. I got a boy and a girl. I got a girl, Andrea, who lives down in South Carolina. No kids or anything. Then I got a son that lives here. I got a son that lives in Columbus, and he has got one granddaughter, Ella. Or one daughter. So I have one granddaughter, Ella. So I get to see her. She's a 2nd grader. I get to see her quite a lot, so she keeps everybody busy, on her toes. And his name is Brad. So I got Brad, Ella, and Andrea. Thinking back, I was just thinking back of times at Wheatland. Some of the teachers I remember in grade school. We had Miss Nicholas, and remember we dedicated this banquet, or this manual, to Bill Peach, who was the custodian for both the schools, which was, I remember spending time in the boiler room in the grade school. It was so warm, and sometimes Bill would, when it was so cold outside, Bill would let us get in this boiler room with this great big furnace. Of course, I'm sure we were violating every code that was ever written by letting us in there, but it was so warm, and he would let us spend recesses sometimes around the boiler room. So, and teachers there, Miss Whitmire, Miss Nicholas, Then we get into high school. Had Hester O'Neill was a chemistry teacher, and Bonnie Sullivan taught us typing. We all had to learn how to type. Chuck Courtney was our coach. I actually talked to Chuck about a month ago and tried to get him to come to this, but he kind of indicated he didn't like to celebrate things that happened in the past. So I don't think he's going to show up, but he remembered the class, and he was good to talk to him. He actually lives there in Vincennes, so if anybody wants to try to look him up, he's right there in Vincennes. Remember the senior trip. I remember going on the senior trips out to Washington, D.C., and I remember one incident. I remember Freddie, we stopped overnight, one town, probably West Virginia, probably about halfway, and there was a car dealership right close to the motel, and it was a Pontiac dealer. And I remember a couple of us guys, 3 or 4 of us guys, and one of them was Fred, I think it was you, Fred, that we went over there, and they had GTOs sitting in the lot, the Pontiac dealer. They had brand new GTOs, a 65, and they had a couple they left the keys in the ignition. So you, Fred, started one up, and I thought you were going to blow the thing up. You just mashed it, and I still remember thinking, oh my God, this car's going to blow up, but it didn't. We turned it off real fast and ran out of there, but I still remember that. Anyway, good times at Wheatland. The basketball seasons, I love playing basketball. I wasn't there actually my junior year, and but I came back for my senior year, and we had good luck in that Wabash Valley tournament down at Decker. I know that was one of the moments I'll never forget, winning that little tournament down there. So anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sure miss everybody. I thought maybe we should try to pencil this in every year. As we get older, these annual get-togethers become more precious, I think, and I think we ought to try to get together once a year, just like we're doing here on Friday, or like you guys will be doing here on Friday. Why don't we just pencil in the very same place, very same time, and see if anybody can show up? You know, it'd be great to see everybody, and like I say, these times become more precious the older we get. So again, I'm so disappointed that I can't be there, but maybe next year. And I'm just glad everybody that came did come, that could come did come. And so have a good banquet, and I'll be seeing you guys around. Bye-bye.